Morning, Al.
Morning, Tom.
How you doing today?
Doing fine. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
How was your night?
Not bad. A nice, quiet one. Nice, quiet night, Al?
Yeah, nice quiet night. Thanks, Tom. Trains are running well. Nobody was injured all night long.
Those are the good ones.
You ready
All
to
set.
go?
Let's go.
Oh, hey, Tom, you forgot your safety glasses.
Yeah, I did, Al. Thanks.
Okay. Here we go.
All set. Say, Al, did you notice that your lights aren't working?
Yeah, I did, Tom. This morning when I checked the vehicle before I left, I noticed that the automatic switch was broken, and I've already made arrangements to get that fixed.
Take a right down here at the bottom of the hill, will you, Al? I know a shortcut.
All right, Tom. Always glad to save a little time.
How things going over at Russell?
Well, you know, Russell's really been a challenge for us, and it's not for lack of effort, and it's not for lack of good people.
God, Al!
Wow, Tom, that nut almost killed us.
He came out of nowhere, Al.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you took that defensive driving course.
Yeah, I'd like to give him a course in something. I'll tell you that right now. Tom, you know, people like that never get hurt. They just hurt somebody else.
Well, you know, Al, careless people do get hurt out here on the road. They also get hurt down the railroad.
What are you getting at, Tom?
Well, you know how at the Cino Business Unit, we're trying to get our safety program up to another level and get our people focused?
I don't understand, Tom. What are you trying to say?
Think about it, Al. You know what we've been doing in our Let's Talk sessions? Where we've gone in and we've asked people to raise their hand if they came to work expecting to be hurt that day. What do we get? Nothing. Nobody comes to work expecting to be hurt.
You know, Tom, I think I see what you're saying. Railroaders are like we were in that car. We didn't expect to be injured, but we almost were. Our defensive driving techniques really bailed us out. I wonder if we could apply those to railroading.
That's what I'm getting at. What's the #1 principle in defensive driving?
Let's expect the unexpected.
Got it, Al.
What you've just seen didn't really happen, and what you're about to see didn't really happen on our video shoot either. But each near miss, each accident has happened at some other time, at some other place, to some other person. In fact, it's probably happened to somebody you know. Every day we're all placed in harm's way by others. And sometimes it's not someone else that places us in danger. Sometimes we set ourselves up for disaster. Now, we've all heard of something called defensive driving. Basically, it means that not only are you aware of what you're doing with your vehicle, you're also aware of the cars in front of you, in back of you, and to both sides of you. That's driving defensively, and most of us do it every single day. We need to take those same principles, those same ideas, and apply them to railroading, defensive railroading. In short, we need to learn to expect the unexpected. So watch these next few scenes, and while you're watching, remember, they didn't really happen. We staged them to make a point. But ask yourself, what if? What if you had been there? Could you have prevented the accident? In the group discussion led by your facilitator, we hope that the group recognized that this injury could have been avoided if the TrackMan had used pro-back techniques, not stretching or twisting for ballast and not lifting below waist level. The TrackMan involved in this injury could have exhibited defensive railroading by engaging in a self-job briefing.
Hey, did you ever make it to Mel's last night?
No, I was tired.
You missed it. Oh, it was a fun time. I regained my title as the terminal's best pool player. Next time it is you and me. You skunked me last time. I want my revenge.
Yeah, all right.
Ow!
What happened? What happened?
Oh, my hand! God, go get help, please. Oh, God.
Doc said that 2 of those fingers were crushed by that door pretty bad. That must have been some wind. I don't know why she had her hand there in the first place.
We often have an opportunity to help others prevent injuries. In this scene, the trainman could have helped heighten the engineer's awareness by telling her that the door was a pinch point. We all like to socialize, but we must always be aware of our surroundings and protect ourselves from the unexpected by asking what-if questions. Your group discussion should have identified that one of the reasons this injury occurred was that the signalman left himself no escape route. In expecting the unexpected, the signalman should have considered that there could be car movement, and if there was, how would he safely move away from the switch?
Hey, Bob, was that the last car we need inspected in the B yard?
Yeah, Danny, let's get out here and go get some lunch.
Sounds good.
CSA car inspector Bobby Stone reporting today. Tara, we through with inspecting this track. We'll get some lunch. Over.
Bob, really wanted down to see if you can hear anything coming.
I don't hear anything. Let's go. Look out!
Your discussion group should have recognized that the carman didn't anticipate that a locomotive would have been moving without sounding its horn or ringing its bell. We need to always expect train movement. Defensive railroading requires that we do something. In this case, one of the carmen should have gotten out of the truck and walked to a point where his vision wasn't blocked. Only then could he be sure that it was safe to proceed.
Hey Joe, how you been?
Oh, hey, how you doing, Carol?
Pretty good. Doing any fishing lately?
Well, not lately, but I get to take the kids this weekend. I found this place that the fish are practically jumping in the boat.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?
That's all right, but we better get started with our job briefing.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going down to LO2 and get our Cincinnatis and double to LO5 on top of our Louisvilles, and then we'll drop them and go to 6 and get our Russells and double back out and go, if that's okay.
Okay. Listen, I forgot my gloves in the truck. Let me run back there and I'll meet you back here in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Boy,
Man,
it's
it's
gonna be
hot. I ain't never seen it hot. I tell you what, Ronnie, while Joe's gone, why don't we just go ahead and double our train up and be ready to go when he gets back?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I can't remember the last time we all got to go fishing together. It's been at least 3 years since the kids went along. Yeah, we're gonna have a blast.
Oh, might as well take care of this while I'm here.
Jeez, Joe's only 45 years old, but he's been a railroader for 20 years, right here in this yard. And I heard he had a vacation scheduled for tomorrow. It's too bad. I guess there won't be any vacations for him or his family, at least for a while.
How could this injury have been avoided? Well, it wouldn't have happened if every member of the crew knew where his teammates were. Defensive railroading requires that each of us expect the unexpected and take action to prevent unforeseen consequences. After watching the last few scenes and discussing them with your group, you should have a clear understanding of how a simple what-if question can help you and your teammates learn to expect the unexpected. For more on defensive railroading, we have Mr. John Anderson and Mr. Carl Taylor. We have made so much improvement in safety over the last 5 years at CSX, so why are we needing new safety programs?
Well, there are really two reasons that I can see. One, we need to always come out with new programs, new ways to stimulate people to think about safety, because the programs we did in the past were good, but we've got to keep going further. Secondly, we've got many new programs focusing on improving service, improving turn times on our cars, and to compete with the share of mind from our employees those get, we need new ways of thinking about safety.
I would just add that we've come a long way in safety. We've made substantial improvements, and we, like many other companies, have found that as we've come down the injury curve, we've kind of hit a plateau, and that large successful companies in safety have found that they can't get off the plateau until the employees themselves, the people doing the work, recognize that it's up to them, their alertness, their awareness, their willingness to look out for their fellow worker that's going to get them off that plateau down to zero. That's our target. I think our employees acknowledge that, but we've got to get our individual awareness, and this is a program that will really help us do that.
Our safety efforts this year have really focused on identifying what we call at-risk behavior. How do you think that this defensive railroading program that the C&O business unit is putting together will help that effort?
The notion of at-risk behavior builds on the systematic reduction in safety that we've had in the past. We have focused our programs on eliminating the obvious injuries where we see them and the big causes of injuries. Now what we're doing is going for the more subtle, lower probability behaviors that cause injuries. We need every individual to make sure that they are not acting in any way that could ever even cause an injury. So the at-risk behavior model says for every individual, think about everything that you do. Constantly have a part of your brain thinking, when you do any part of your job, does this put me at risk? Do I take any risk doing this? Is there anything around me that could cause an injury?
We see it all the time in our private life, away from work. If you ever think of walking across the street, and you might be with your family, you might be with friends, if you can imagine a truck or a bus or a vehicle coming towards you, almost instinctively, I've been with many groups, and you see people reach out their hands to hold back their friend or their family, and it's unconscious because you're just unconsciously reminding them, uh-oh, here comes a hazard, I'm going to look out for you, you look out for me. We've got to put that same action to work here at work.
Anything you want to say to the folks at CSX at large or the C&O business unit about defensive railroading and what we hope to accomplish with this program?
This program focuses on each of us accepting accountability for our own safety. And I hope each of you will practice defensive railroading and learn to expect the unexpected. That's how we'll get our safety record where we need it.